Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, Ms. Pamela.
Wonderful. Welcome, everybody. So I'm just going to jump on here and share some holiday ideas with everyone. This is always a fun time of the year when we are getting into the gift giving part. I know my kids still want gifts, right? I don't know if they ever outgrow that or not. But the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and this is a for sure. Remember that we have our own store when we are doing our own personal buying. I think that's the number one thing. So when my kids were in elementary school, who am I wanting to gift? I want to gift the secretary because she has one of the hardest jobs at the school. Gifting principal, gifting teachers, gifting a bus driver, like that would take my kids when they were little on the bus. All of those people that you were thinking about giving, give from your own store, right? You want to be giving them Arbonne. And I think it just depends, but I love our holiday line so incredibly much. But I love when people can fall also in love with something that's an evergreen product that's around all the time. One year I made a mistake and gave the teachers something from holiday that they fell in love with. And of course, then it's gone, right? So I want those teachers falling in love with eye cream or makeup primer or something fun like that, that I know that then they can circle back around to me. So that's the first thing. Remember to shop from your own store when you are thinking of holiday gifts for other people. The next thing is a wish list. And I think that when we get our new computer system with Arbonne, I think this is something that I'm hoping is one of the features in the carts, because we know that when you go to shop online, there's a lot of times where you can add things to your wish list. And then my daughter could be shopping somewhere and I can go in and actually view her wish list. So why not work with your PCs? Because I know my PCs, they actually will tell me, oh, that's on my wish list. Oh, I'm going to get that the next time. So you really want to work with your PCs and create a wish list that then they can pass on to their families. I think we're all women on this call right now. We know sometimes the men in our life drop the ball on things. Sometimes they need help. So it would be so great. I know that I would be so thankful if somebody gave me a wish list with things that I knew that I could purchase. So create a wish list, work with your PCs, and make sure that they're sharing the names of those people that you can contact to help. Also, if your PC is local, wrap the gift. I've wrapped tons of gifts for men before to be able to give to their significant other. So, put that out there as a service. It could be a service that you offer, and you could even be posting about it on a social media platform for local clients that you are offering this service, which is very nice to be able to have your gift wrapped. The next thing I wanted to talk about is corporate gifting. Okay. The easiest thing I can say is, who do you do business with? So your dentist, that's you doing business with, the person that does your insurance, maybe for your car and your house. Think about all the people that you go to and use a service for, because those are the people that you want them to be doing business back with you. So it's not too late. There's still lots of time to be able to reach out to these businesses and ask if they have thought about the gifting protocol for their office this year and their staff members. Because isn't it great to be able to come to somebody and say, like, I can put this together. How much money were you going to be spending per employee, and put together a really nice bundle for them. So the corporate gifting, I think, is really important. And you want to make sure that you're going out there and using your network, right? They need to know who you are and that you're an independent consultant and this is your legit business. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys about, and this was always a really fun one, is doing something like the 12 days of Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas. And really being able to help somebody out with 12 small gifts. And again, wrapping them and leading up to Christmas, being able to have that person get a gift every single day. I know I would be blown away if I was getting a gift 12 days in a row, right before Christmas. Such a really, just a wonderful thing to do. And I think people are wanting to be pampered right now. So we have so many great things that you could be offering, from like the eye gel pads, hand cream, primer. There's so many great little gifts that you could be helping somebody purchase for. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I wanted to keep it somewhat quick because I really was excited to hear from Lydia.
Well, thank you, Miss Pamela. You know, it's amazing. I could go on and on and on about weird little years where I would say something with a lot of guys that I would say, can I put together a basket for your wife? How much would you like to spend? And I would put together a beautiful basket, and they would come to me every year because, you know, their wives would run out of things, and you know, they never would feel as, you know, it is spoiled as when their husband would put the basket together. And so you'd be amazed at how many, if you just reach out, like my son, who has done, he's in you know, refinancing loan business. He wants to spend $75 on all of his clients from this past year to give him a gift. There's, you guys, I promise you, when you start talking to people, there's a lot of people like that need ideas of what they could give to people for Christmas. So yeah, thank you, Miss Pamela. So now we're going to shift gears, and we're going to talk about how to have just an explosive business, and do it through Facebook Lives, do it through pop-ups. And I have asked fairly new area manager, Lydia McNamara. She's on Kelly Wilkins' team, and she lives in Australia, and she became an area in May, and she is just killing it with doing her Facebook Lives. And I wanted her to come on and just share some ideas with you all of what she's doing. So I told her we're gonna just kind of do it in a question and answer, because I didn't give her a ton of time to come up with this. So don't get worried. Don't think you have to do some big presentation. I'm just gonna ask you questions. So we're gonna have this be an open format, so that if any of you have any question that you would like to ask her, then feel free to do that. So Miss Lydia, can you please start? And for some reason, it's not giving me let me see if I can spotlight your.
They can just hear my beautiful Australian accent.
There you go. Okay, is it spotlighted for everybody, her picture? I hope it is. Yeah. So Miss Lydia, share with us what you're doing. You know, I think one of the things that people always say, well, how do you get, how many did you schedule this month? How many did you schedule for November?
Okay, 28.
Yeah. Are y'all curious how she got 28? So tell us about how you got 28 of these pop-up scheduled.
Okay, so I have to start back in near May, if that's okay. Just take you back a second. Once upon a time, no, just kidding. Back in May, when it was Holly who did a Facebook training on our nation call about her 15-minute lives. And I had to be like totally honest and transparent. Even while she was doing it, I was like, as if I'm going to do Facebook Lives, because I really don't like talking. I know that sounds so weird, but I don't. People that get to know me, like, you know, if we were talking together one-on-one, totally cool. And even though my background is performing arts, dancing, I would rather dance for you than actually talk. But so while Holly was doing it, I was kind of like, yeah. And then I think that was actually in March when she did it. Maybe March, April. And then I had a personal family crisis in April, and I distinctly messaged Dina, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Why am I so ridiculous? We have all these reach out methods, right, at our fingertips. Now, I know that it's not one size fits all, and you actually have to find what works for you. And it doesn't mean that it's going to happen straight away. So I look back at the May clips that I did, and it's so cringeworthy. But you know, they say ignorance on fire, right? So I booked in 20 pop-ups and did them, and was from that, able to sponsor in that particular month 22 new preferred clients. We went area, we did over 15,000. It was great. So it built my confidence in doing the pop-ups. The hardest thing with the pop-up, right, is the follow-up, but we'll get to that later on. So I have stayed in touch with everybody in those groups right along. How did I get so many this time? Because I went back to everybody in the groups that I have done from May right through till now, and I sent out 190 messages. You heard right, 190 messages, and 35 got back to me and said, yes, we will do one. 5 of them said, no, it's not for them. And 1 became a preferred client anyway, even though she didn't want to host. And 7 said maybe. And from that 35, 28 have booked in for this month. And the others are into next month. And it's so funny because I purposely didn't put anything on this Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I was telling Dina the other day because it's Thanksgiving right over there, and I'm actually going to a Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday here in Australia. A friend of mine's doing it. And Sunday, I don't usually ever work on a Sunday, and Monday's close day. And then they go and put out this amazing deal for the weekend, and I love a challenge. So you know what I did? My current people in my current pop-ups right now, I went into theirs and I said, who wants to host for the Friday and get a mystery hostess bag for Friday? And I've already booked in 6.
Oh, really?
To everything else I've done. I'm after that Visa card and the bottle and whatever else. I love it all. Just kidding. But no, so I just went back and I said, who wants a Black Friday mystery bag if you host for me this weekend?
And you said if you do, you'll get a mystery
bag, because I don't know what the Black Friday thing is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you'll get a Black Friday mystery bag.
Oh, that's great. So, okay. So
I'm just recycling.
Went back. You just keep following up.
Mm-hmm.
That's really why you've gotten all these bookings.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So anybody have a question so far? Anybody? If not, I'm going to ask
verbiage did I use?
I'm going to keep asking her some more questions. So, all right. So when you schedule in, what do you ask the host to do before the pop-up? Before the,
Not much.
like, okay.
Not much. I just tell her that I'm going to create a private group, and that I'm going to make her the admin. And then I just want her to invite whoever she thinks would be interested in what we're going to share, which is about healthy living. And I tell her that she can invite them from anywhere around the world. And the reason I do that is because I know we're not everywhere in the world, but people that get on know other people who are in the countries that we are. And again, I've had personal experience with that. My niece is in Germany. We're not in Germany, but she originally grew up in the UK. So now I have 3 preferred clients from the UK because she jumped in the group and invited them into the group.
Awesome.
But I didn't know them before that. So tell them to invite them from everywhere around the world.
Okay, awesome. So you don't really ask them to do a lot beforehand. What are some of the things that you do before the event to make the event really successful?
Yeah. So before I even send her the link, I've created the group, and I also create a welcome post from me, and I explain about how they turn on their notifications. I explain when I'm going to go live, and I put a really, I want to use the word dorky. I hope that's not bad over there. Goofy picture of myself, because when they see it, they're going to have a chuckle either way and be like, all right, who is this woman? You know, so
I can put together some of the ones that you sent me. Let me see if I can.
This is the Christmas one now. Yes, this is what I did for this one.
So just some fun. You know, one of the things I love about Lydia is lots of fun. Lydia is fun, crazy. So here's just some of her, join me pictures, right? Of jumping on your live.
Yeah. So, I just remind, and so in the lead up to it, I'll do a post, like a fun post. I know that we did polls in the beginning, but they weren't very successful for me personally. So I have just adapted and changed to what actually worked for me. And so I did one like there. It's like, did you make the naughty, the nice list? And it's got the elf on the shelf on our products. And so like people would comment and stuff after that. And then like if they're on the nice list or the naughty list. And then I really promote when I'm going live inside the group and to stay on until the end so that they can go in the draw to win whatever I'm giving away on the night.
Okay, so you do posts beforehand and of telling them, do you make everybody that gets on that your host invites, do you make them a friend beforehand, or how do you handle that?
I don't do any of that until after the event.
Okay.
So when I finish the event, and I do that for a couple of reasons, because I think they've had a chance to watch me for 15 minutes and get some sort of rapport, I guess, or at least, you know, see who I am, and then they decide if they want to be my friend afterwards, rather than a complete stranger going, hey. And the other thing is, not everybody accepts a friend request, but they are happy to correspond with you on Messenger. And if I don't get anything even by Messenger, then I create a 3-way group chat with the host, because then that way they have seen it and then they do start talking to you because they're now in a group with the host who they know.
And do you do that on Messenger, or do you do that on text?
I do that on Messenger.
Okay. So
I love Messenger because then it shows you that they've seen it, like, you know, and you can do the voice recordings, all sorts of things. So yeah, I do that on Messenger.
Okay, so you do a 3-way with the host and you if they haven't responded back.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So what's your next step?
Then I go live. I go live at the time that I say. This one at the moment, because I have, okay, so I think somebody asked the verbiage. The verbiage I used for this one, and this is why I'm wearing a Christmas hat, was I sent out, you can start it however you want. Hey, their name, hey, beautiful, whatever it is you do. And then I said, I'm asking a few friends to do a small favor this month for me. I'd love to be a Christmas elf for 15 minutes and do a live for you and some of your friends. I create the group, you just add some friends, and they can be anywhere in the world. Is there an evening where you have a spare 15 minutes for me to do this? In return, I promise to fill your Christmas stocking with some of my favorite products to say a big thank you. That's what I said.
Okay.
So I've been going.
Do you have that anywhere on the screenshots?
No, but I can screenshot
Okay,
that.
then we'll send it out. We'll post it with the recording. Okay. Because that's really good. I like that.
Yep, just simple and direct, and what they're going to, and it's not, I don't want it to be a big fanfare. I don't want people to feel like it's going to be huge for them to do, because then they're more, and at this busy time of year, they're more inclined to say, I've got so much on, I don't think I can. And then, yeah, so I go live in there. In my live, I'm very verbal about telling them how I'm going to connect, or I'm so excited to connect with them after I finish, so that they are aware that I'm going to connect with them. And then that's the biggest thing, is making sure that you do connect with them, not saying it and then not doing it.
How many of the product lines do you cover during your 15 minutes?
Yeah, cool. So I do so I tell them that I'm going to share a little bit about the company philosophy and core products. So I show the Age Well. I do the Ready in 5 makeup. I do talk about the Super Calm line a little bit if they have sensitive skin, just so that they know that that's an option. The 30 days nutrition, but I don't go through every single product in the nutrition. What I do now is I talk about the 30-day program and how amazing it is to reset your body, so that if you or someone you know is looking, they want to feel better, they want more energy, it's a program that they need to look at. And then I tell them I'm going to drop a link into the group afterwards so that they can learn more. And I hold up different things, and I'll share mostly the protein and the fizzies, because, you know, I love a fizz or 50. Who doesn't? But who's obsessed with the new flavor? I'm so obsessed. Sorry, sidetrack. Oh my gosh, it's so good though. And because I'm doing the Christmas thing, I then pick one of the holiday lines and I would share one of the holiday lines that I absolutely love and do a quick little blurb on the holiday thing that I'm holding, just to have that Christmas feel to it. And then I close it up. And that's my 15 minutes.
Awesome. Okay, so it's ended.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us what you do from the minute you've finished your presentation. What do you do next?
So I always have a winner in the presentation. So as soon as I finish, one of those pictures that Dina had up, it had all the confetti and me being like a goofball. And I send that picture out and it says either congratulations, thanks for being on tonight watching, or it'll say congratulations, thanks for watching. And tonight's winner is whoever the winner was. That's the very first post straight after the live. And I schedule my posts so I don't have to sit there posting for the next thing. And to be honest, the way I do some of my lives, I will do 7 p.m., 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So I have 15 minutes in between and I will schedule and I don't think about them for the rest of the night. And I do my contacting follow-up the next day. That's how I program that. So I have activity every single day.
Awesome. Okay. So when do you post the packs? When do you post?
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I do congratulations and thanks for watching. Then I will post only pictures of what I shared in my presentation and a link to my Arbonne site. And I just say to them, have a look at what you want to have a look at and then let me know what caught your eye. And then I'm going to share with them how they can get it, the best ways they can get it and the prices they can get it for.
Okay, and you tell them that right then before it ends.
No, that's in the next little scheduled post.
Oh, it's in the scheduled post. Okay.
In the presentation, Dina, I do tell them that I'm going to be dropping a link after the presentation finishes, but then again, I just say it again in there as well.
Okay, awesome. Okay. And then, so the next day, what do you do?
So the next day is when I send out all of my contacts. So if you're in the group, I will send you a friend's request, also with a message inside. Let me see if I wrote down that verbiage about contacting. I don't think I did. I didn't write the verbiage for that, but I will copy it and paste it. And all it is I just say, hey, Nicole, thank you so much for being a part of Dina's group last night, and then I just say a little bit more about myself, as in, why the products mean so much to me. And if there's something I can help you with, I would love to do that, blah, 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 blah. And then that starts the conversation when they accept. Because, I always end it with something awesome, and I mean it from my heart, about my host. Something that I love about my host, because most people write back with, me too, I love Dina because, and it starts the conversation like that.
And that's what you put in your first follow-up to them after the presentation the next day.
Correct. Yep.
Put something about your host so it creates conversation.
Well, now you have a common ground, and so that's something common that they can then talk back to you about.
Awesome. Okay. So then, if you don't hear from them, if they don't respond, what do you do?
I hunt them down. No, I'm just kidding. So if they don't respond, that's when I'll create a three-way chat.
Okay.
And I'll put the host into that chat.
And then what do you say then? What do you put into that message?
Oh, then I'll be like, hey ladies, it was so great. And I again thank my host in that chat for hosting, and ask the person, how do you know whoever the host was? And then I still continue with the same spiel I would have had in her same message, give or take, about how I can help her and serve her and, see what's a fit for her.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. So that next thing, and you're asking them, can I follow, how can I serve you? What are you interested in? I'd love to help you get the best discount. And then they respond back, and you go for making them a PC, you go for getting them a pack or whatever they're interested in. And then where do you do from there?
Usually when the conversation has taken on a real conversation and you're at that place signing up, they all add you now as a
We've got some background noise. Let me see if I can mute everybody. I'm going to mute everybody and then just unmute yourself. Yeah, just unmute.
That's cool. So normally when it's taken to that next level as a preferred client, they've now added you on Facebook as a friend. Now, another thing that I have is I created a group instead of a business page per se. I did a business page in the early days and I don't do a lot on it, except that it's connected to Instagram. So if I post on Instagram, it goes to that. But I created a group a while back. And it's just for my preferred clients and or potential clients, and they have to add themselves to the group. And I did it that way because then I know that they're actually in there because they want to be in there, not because I added them, you know, and then there's nothing. And inside that group, like I do Zumba classes and I share everything Arbonne and silly memes and just, you know, it's a group that I get to be me. And so when I am talking with the preferred client or people from the pop-up, I do say to them, I have a group. If you would like to join, I can send you the link, but you have to add yourself. And so we have 421 people in that group now from all these pop-ups and a little bit before.
That's wonderful. That's great.
So I had 160 when I started that group before pop-up. So 160 is where I started, and now we're at 421 because of the pop-ups.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is wonderful. So, all right, now let's just talk about the elephant in the room. How has your journey of sponsoring, tell us about that.
Okay, so for me, it has been an absolute breakthrough. Now, this sounds crazy, right? Because we've been doing these pop-ups since May. And I was going really great. September came and, you know, stuff happens in Australia at school holidays and stuff. And I just was doing less. And then October came and I don't even know why. I did not hold a single one in October. And it showed up huge in my business for me. And I didn't like that feeling at all. So I was reflecting on, okay, what am I not doing? Going back and having a look at that. And so that's why I said at the beginning, it's not one size fits all. You have to find out the income producing activity that you love and that suits you. But I absolutely love these. And if you give it a chance, the first few might be fantastic or might be, you know, terrible. I've had ones where not even the host showed up. Her guest did and she didn't. I've had ones where one was on. I've actually done one where nobody was on, but I still recorded it because it stays in the group, right? And they can watch the playback. And I say that. So no pop-up is, you can't deem it a success or a failure, right? Just because you got 2 preferred clients this time and none this time. And the reason is I was just sharing with Barb in our group before that there was a girl who was in a pop-up back in May. And then she didn't buy anything. She didn't sign up, nothing. We became friends and she's followed my journey. Then I asked for her to host just last week and she did. And then I said to Dina, I think I'm a chicken. I don't know. And Dina said, why didn't you just ask her to take a look? It was right. So simple. And how many of us have heard that a trillion times? And it's so simple. So what I did was, and I was literally thinking of her, sent her a message and it went something like, I was thinking of you last night and I know that this is a little left field, but would you be open to taking a look at something as crazy and wonderful as doing Arbonne with me? Will you be open if I send you a clip to have a look at? Her response to me was, hell yeah. I think I called Dina, it must have been midnight or something in America. I don't know. I was just like, I was so excited. And then we had a 3-way business chat on Sunday. She's a nurse. She's a single mum. She is looking for something. She's been watching. She hasn't even tried a product yet and she's ready to sign up to the business. So the lesson was like following up and staying in touch with people. But since then, since last Thursday, I sent out only 6 messages very similar to people that I've been wanting to ask to take a look at the business. And all 6 of them said, yes, they would take a look. It doesn't mean that all 6 are going to join my business, maybe not right now, maybe later on, but I'm here to tell the story. It didn't kill me, Dina. Alive. So yes, my breakthrough was that I have to stop looking at everything from, oh, but what if, or was this a fail? Oh, but this didn't. And just go, you know what? You're planting seeds, and those seeds are going to bloom when they're ready. So that's why you have to stay the course and just put yourself out there and just ask. Just ask.
Awesome. It was so funny because I just said, Lydia, the whole reason you're not sponsoring business partners is you're just not asking. And that is just it. It's amazing once you start asking people, especially people who've hosted for you, because the Direct Selling Association tells us that 40% of all people who are coming into network marketing have hosted an event and then decided to do the business. So 40% of the people that you're having Facebook Lives with should be saying yes to doing the business. They had an exposure to Arbonne. They're kind of seeing what it looks like to be a consultant, but you've got to ask them if they want to take a look. And I love the way that Lydia asked, would you, say it again, be willing to take a look at?
Yeah, would you be open to taking a look at a clip? I call it a clip because it's like a 2-minute clip. I know it's probably, video is probably more proper, but I just think, would you be open to taking a look at a 2-minute clip? Or however long the clip is, it doesn't matter, I just say clip.
Clip of this crazy and wonderful business. Yeah, I'll get the exact wording from her and we'll post that because it's really good. So, you guys, this is the week. I would get asking that way that Lydia has said about, if you do it this, host one this weekend, that I will send you a mystery bag full of goodies, because you guys, there is our Black Friday stuff is just amazing. We've never done anything like this, and it's killer good. You're going to want to have a full docket of people on the books for this weekend. So that's what I would do if I would be you and I'd be me, is following up right now and seeing who would want to host a 15 minutes with you this weekend. So I think we got fantastic ideas. Thank you so much, Miss Pamela. Thank you so much, Miss Lydia. And I think you have some awesome ideas to go out and build your business. Make it the most fantastic final week of November that you've ever had, because it can be. And so thank you everyone for joining us, and have a great week. For those that are in the US, happy Thanksgiving this week, and everyone else, happy close, happy Black Friday weekend. So thanks everyone. Have a great week. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Pamela. Wonderful training. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that was fabulous. Totally made my day.
They were awesome.
Really.
Thanks, you guys.